It's pretty awesome.
Yes,
Look
it
at all these
is.
faces. It's good. It's good. It's really good. Very exciting because we do have a lot of exciting information to kind of bring out to you guys that you're going to love. And, a lot of lessons learned and a lot of directions that we're going in that, we believe are going to put a lot of money in your pocket. So pretty excited. Pretty excited.
All right, so let's first begin with maybe the state of the things right now. One, it's been incredible because we've been seeing the numbers and tracking the numbers. Obviously, you guys know we're kind of fanatics of tracking numbers and math and so on. I guess for me that comes with ethnicity, and for Kevin it comes out of force to learn that stuff because of me, maybe. So
That's right.
we've been tracking our numbers quite a bit, and I guess I can blame my really horrifyingly un-PC jokes on my ethnicity as well. But anyways, we have one of the incredible things that we have noticed over the past 2 months or so, and it's really, really accelerated, is incredible because, we've been tracking numbers and results for our members for a while, since roughly around August of 2014. And here is the trend that we have seen, right? So we would see our numbers going like this for our members on the earnings. And here's basically what's happening in the past 2 months. Okay, it's really, really exciting to watch that happen. Now, it's happening because of a lot of reasons. For one, we have even better tracking, so we're tracking more stuff. But a lot more people are taking action, a lot of people are making a lot of sales, and a lot of people have really, in the past year, have started focusing on their Amazon side of things as well, and really that's been exploding for them too. So it's been really exciting to watch this whole thing play out and just see what our members have been doing. So we're very excited about that, and we are hopefully somewhat responsible for it. So we like that indirect glory being reflected upon us as well. So that's one of the exciting. So actually, who on this call right now has been making money with DSD? Can you say yes, or made almost 50% profit on sales just today? Yeah, this is crazy. So we have, in less than a space of about 10 seconds, about 200 people have said yes already. So that's pretty incredible for, I think, any company or any model of income generation. I think if you ask corporate America, you would still find people not saying yes as excitedly. So this is very awesome. Absolutely incredible. Now, we obviously want to take this to a whole other level as well. And we've been working on a lot of different things to make that happen. A lot of tedious processes in the background, not just on development side, but on setting up contracts and doing a lot of other cool stuff. And one of those things that we've been really trying to hammer home is the fact that we're a very unique existence in this space or industry, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of a hodgepodge mess, really. But we are kind of a unique existence. We actually have customers who are successful, who happen to like us. I think that happens when you make people money. They tend to like you more. And that might be why people don't really like politicians in general. So one of the things that we were able to do is leverage that, and we were approached actually by a few different people to help grow DSD as a company, as a whole. And we've received offers like that before, and we've always been very careful about it because we are always about protecting our customers and helping them grow first. So based on the conversations we've had, if you might recall, about 2 months ago we had said that there are some changes coming and some things that we're working on that will probably add, not just probably, but are likely to add 100,000 to 200,000 new DS Domination members in the next 6 months. That'll absolutely, as you can imagine, explore our company in terms of growth. That also gives us another beautiful advantage. It gives us the leverage of user base to get even better contracts and deals for you guys on the e-commerce side of things. So that's one of the first things that's really exciting about what's going to happen here soon. The other thing that's been really exciting for us is this phenomena of make money while shopping that's really kicked off in the past 3 months or so. It's really started happening a lot more organically. We've had users just by themselves, going to stores, picking up FBA items, and we have been actually trying to make that happen within the DS Domination environment because we've been actually working out some contracts to have sales and products available within DSD and so on. That's looking really, really good right now. So we're excited about that aspect as well. The other thing that's been really exciting is how many people have been saying we would really like to do this on a bigger scale. We would like to meet you guys, and we would like to, just really get hands-on stuff and really make this happen for ourselves. Go shopping and make money and stuff like that. And a lot of people have actually requested us and said, what can you do to make that a stronger thing? What can we possibly do to make that a bigger thing overall? So here is what's happening. We are going to be announcing our next event in a few minutes, but it's going to be a very, very different thing. Okay, we're calling it an event because that's what everybody calls these things. But it's really less of an event and more of a let's hand DSD members some money. Okay, that's basically what it really is. So we are going to be holding the next event for DS Domination on October 30th through November 1st in Orlando, Florida. Okay, now let me explain what this is actually going to be though. Okay, this is not like a typical event. You're not going to come there and have people just explain stuff to you from the stage while you sit in crappy seats that creates more business for chiropractors since you hurt your backs. We're instead actually going to do something very, very different. You're going to come over here, and we have already negotiated contracts with 3 very, very large stores, names that you would recognize. And these stores are going to be opening up exclusively to DS Domination members. They're going to actually open even the warehousing areas for you guys. We're going to take you all, we have buses ready, transportation taken care of, and all the stuff. We're going to take you all to these stores. You're going to go to the stores, you're going to all scan stuff together, purchase stuff together, and then we have set up shrink wrapping and shipping stations. You're going to come to these shrink wrapping and shipping stations. You're going to do all the stuff live with us. We're all going to do it together. You're all going to make money while you're doing it. And if you have any questions and even questions about other aspects of DSD, or the eBay side or the affiliate side or whatever, we'll actually have consultation tables set up where you can go and get specific questions answered, specific consultations done, and basically get money made for you live. Okay. So far, does that kind of idea sound exciting? If that does, just say, yeah, that sounds kind of cool. Okay, I did not ask you to say wow and awesome. I asked you to say yes. that works as well. So this is awesome. So yes, exactly. This is really, really cool. Nobody has done it. No other company can even try to do it. I mean, what are they going to say? Let's go sell weight loss supplements together. Let's go door to door and sell weight loss stuff to people in Florida. I mean, that's probably not going to fly so well. So we're instead going to do it the other way. We're basically holding one giant shopping party. Okay. In fact, there are going to be 4 separate shopping parties. So you can actually so you don't have to worry about what if I missed the first one or this or that. You can go do one and spend the rest 3 learning more stuff and networking with others, or you can go to 2 of them, or you can go to 3 of them, or whatever you want to do. And we have all sorts of other cool training set up there as well. Okay, now so far that sounds kind of nice and that sounds exciting, but we really want to take that to the next level. So what we're also going to be doing is our event attendees, when you come to the event, we are going to give 500 attendees up to $100 to go and do the shopping with. Okay. Now, usually, when it's done right, you usually make somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 to 70% profits if you do this the right way. And now there are some people who make 5,000% profits on this stuff as well. But let's just say 50 to 70% in profits is what you would reasonably be looking to do. Really, we are trying to hand you guys somewhere around $200 for coming there, and we will pay for part of most of the shopping trip and help you guys make that happen. Okay, so hopefully that sounds pretty exciting as well. Now, again, this is just for attendees who actually come to the event. They're obviously going to check with the tickets and everything else. Now, does that part sound a little bit more exciting than just the first part? All right. Yes. Beautiful. Just so you know, I'm actually using a psychological trick right now. I'm asking you to write yes over and over because that makes you more agreeable, and I like more agreeable. No, I'm actually doing it because I don't want people to get bored. So there's that. Now, so far that's pretty exciting. Now, here's what happens next. Now, one of the problems, and you might recall when we had the last event, one of the problems we had, and I mentioned actually off the stage this, was we have all these DSD members, and they're these incredible people, and they're already a part of our family. Now, when we hold an event, why should we only restrict it to DSD members, right? We should also open that up to non-DSD members because let's face it, the people who need it the most are people who are not in DSD, right? So we're going to do something unique this time. We've had a lot of people who have brought their friends to events last time. They've brought their spouses to events. They've, fronted the tickets for other people and brought them there for many different reasons, maybe to introduce them to it, maybe to help them out, whatever. And we think there's a better way to do it. The better way to do it is to actually reward you for bringing somebody to one of these, to a shopping party. Okay, so basically we're going to hold a shopping party. You can bring somebody to the shopping party. And when you bring somebody to the party, we are going to also give you some money to maybe take them shopping with you and cover the costs or whatever. Or maybe you can just use it for yourself as an affiliate commission if you want. So when you bring a non-DSD member to the event, okay, whatever level of ticket they purchase, based on that, you will get $25 to a $50 cash card right at the event too. So you're going to come to the event, as you're registering, you're like, oh, this is my uncle, this is my aunt, this is my brother, this is my cousin, this is my friend, whatever, or even your spouse, okay, as long as they don't have an active DSD account right now. They basically put their ticket in. We give you a cash card that you can use towards your shopping trip right there as well. Now, obviously, as you can imagine, there are a lot of costs involved for us, right? Because we have the cost of having the hotel and transportation and all these contracts and whatnot. But we believe that the best way to really, really make an impact overall is to do it this way, to make sure that our users are as profitable as possible, and we can live on a small percentage of the return because usually we have like 1,000 people who show up, and that honestly works out for us. Okay, so just letting you guys know in a very transparent way that we really, really want you to come. We really, really want you to succeed. We really want you to make a lot of money. And there's another secret reason why we are doing this, and it won't be very secret, it'll be very obvious. We are also going to have significant media coverage at the event. We're actually going to have some news stations covering this. Obviously, as you can imagine, these different stores are very excited about the idea of 1,000 people coming over and emptying out their shelves. And news stations are very intrigued over the idea of people doing this and doing that in an organized way instead of doing it as mobs. So this whole thing is going to be covered by news stations, and you'll probably see a lot of publicity about this as well, which also will help grow the company as a whole. So you might end up seeing yourself on some news broadcasts and stuff like that. So if you are worried about that, please cover yourself in a way that you are not recognizable. That goes especially for people like Sean Agnew, who we know worry about their past records. I'm kidding. Sean does not have a past record. It is entirely a joke. Okay, so all right. Well, Sean Agnew does need to hide from people in the UK, specifically women who are over the age of 60. But other than that, he's fine. So what I'm going to do really quick is now, this is not just a pipe dream of this would be great if we did this. On the last event, we actually did an experimental version of this with a few people. We had about 200 people who we did this with, and they went on these shopping trips. And I would really like to have somebody come out here and talk about it, who was very instrumental in making those trips happen, is going to be very instrumental this time as well. And many of you know this person and really like this person. And let me see. So Nikki, can you hear me?
Yeah, Paris and I here.
Okay, can you speak a little louder? Like be your usual very loud self.
All right, is that any better?
It's a little better. What about the audience? Can you guys hear Nikki? Yes, all right. So the people say yes for the most part. So take it away. Nikki, would you walk us through exactly what happened last time, what kind of results people got from this, and what you expect will happen this time?
Whoa, boy. All right. So last time, Parrish and I, and actually one other person, we made some contact with Five Below and
Dollar Tree.
Yeah, Dollar Tree. Out there in Dallas, and I mean, like you said, it was a little bit last minute, and due to the connections that we had previously, we were able to, get stuff done and get those people in and out of those stores. It was kind of crazy, but I mean, it was very fun at the same time. The managers were really, really surprised. Our members were really, really awesome. They got in and out They literally, in the Five Below, I mean, would you say they cleaned out some shelves in Five Below?
Yeah, they really made an impact. They really made an impact on the daily sales for Five Below and Dollar Tree, and the managers were very appreciative of that, and thanking DSD for thinking about their retail outlets enough to bring that many shoppers in there. So they were excited. It was a great day. We did a lot of training. We had a lot of questions that we answered for people, and a lot of people made some really good finds, and we're looking to do that times 100.
Oh, big time, big time. So we're really, really excited that this is going to be one of the major plays when we all go to Orlando because, you know, like Katesh says, there are some really awesome stores out there. You know, one of the managers even opening up her entire warehouse. Her entire stock warehouse is literally going to only house items that we specifically request of her, you know, to have in inventory, to have in stock for that time. She's even going to, you know, stock up on some, you know, Q4 items, some Christmas items, things like that that really won't even be out on their shelves until after Halloween. So they're making they're making special accommodations for her. So, you know, I mean, like I said, we are literally going to send the district manager, the
regional and district manager.
Yep, we're sending the district and the regional managers an entire list of inventory that we know for a fact sells. And also, you know, some other popular items that are out there, some brand name items. So, I mean, we're super excited, and I'm going to do my best to have Parrish, you know, keep the credit cards away from me so that I can't, you know, buy everything myself.
Yeah, that's
we all it's not going to work.
Yeah, that's definitely something I got to do. Make sure that Nikki doesn't run away and start shopping along with everybody else, because this is really for
and we're going to pack it up
community.
too. And we're gonna go back to the hotel and pack it up and ship it out too. I might run a U-Haul.
So obviously it will be very exciting. Now the other thing that Nikki maybe you might discuss a little bit is what happened last time with people who actually went on these trips. When they actually went on this kind of an FBA trip, we actually had people who I believe made money by the time they left the parking lot of the store. Or something to that effect.
Yes, yes. The very last trip, it actually was it was an early morning trip. We had a few members, of course, you know, like I said, we trained people to go out there and just clear shelves, and people had walked by this really, really hot item, and one member just had cleared off that shelf, listed them from her app on her phone, and was making sales before she even left the parking lot to head back to the hotel. And by the time the end of the day came, I believe we were in session, and it's like every time we pointed her out, her sales number had increased. It was the greatest thing that, you know, I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, it was live, you know. She's telling you, oh, I made $70. Oh, well, now I'm up to 100 and something. Oh, well, I'm over 300 now. And you're like, wow.
That was on a $2 item.
Very cool stuff.
So that was great.
Yep. And so, and just so it's clear to everyone, because we know we'll be going in pretty strong numbers, and I'm sure everybody is excited about it, do make sure that we have plenty of variety of products, plenty of variety of stock, making sure that we have plenty of things in stock. Like Nikki mentioned, there are 3 different stores, and we are already sending them a pre-approved list where we're asking them to stock specific items in large quantities and specific types of products. So there's not going to be any restriction of how few or how much you can take. It's really up to you. And in fact, obviously, we encourage you to, you know, go up to $100 at least, because for 500 people, we're going to cover that anyway. So, Nikki, can you give us like a very small idea of the type of profits that we can expect from these products that are going to be pulled in there?
Oh, yeah, no problem. For sure. There's one of the stores, for instance, that we go to, dollar items, and I mean, when we go into that particular location, we do not leave out of there with with anything less than 100% profit on those items. I mean, think about it. You're spending $1 on something. If you sell it on Amazon for $8, $9, you're making well over $1 after your fees and everything else. That's 100% profit. And Yeah, I mean, normally we're making about $3, $4, $5 off of items that we can get for $1. And then when you go to, the Five Below and other stores like that as well, I mean, you can literally make your own listings, like we show people all the time, make your own listings. And I mean, now you're knocking off, 4, 5, 6, 700% profit, if not more. The possibilities are pretty much endless. But I mean, we push for at the very least 100% profit when we're out in the stores.
And we have,
And
real
that's
quick, we
that's
have some
obvious.
folks. We got some folks on here that are asking questions. How can you actually make a sale before the item even gets to Amazon? This is very common in our Genesis program. Nikki, can you walk us through real quick what someone would do? Let's say they walk in there and they found a small item that they would sell. What would be the process to get that, to get a profit on that, before you left the event?
All right, so guys, it's going to take a little bit more effort than your normal or traditional FBA item, because when you're at the store, you use your Amazon seller your Amazon seller app. You'll actually, make that listing while you're in the store. Guys, it takes minutes, not even minutes. You can actually make a listing in less than a minute, and have it out there in your active inventory ready for other people to come out and buy. And it happens all the time. I can't tell you how many times Parrish and I have been walking around Walmart, found something really cool, listed it, before we even got to the checkout counter, that thing sold. And we're like, oh, wow, let's go back and buy some more. But, like I said, it does require a little bit more effort, because if you sell it prior to sending it into FBA, you're going to have to mail it yourself, okay? So it's not the end of the world, but, I mean, hey, profit is profit.
Yeah, but here's the cool thing though, because even if you have to mail it yourself, that's the reason why when you come back to the hotel where we have the event actually set up and hosted, we will have 3 separate shrink wrapping stations, so you can not shrimp wrap it. If you shrimp wrap it, I'm sure there are many Southerners who would eat it before it left the place. But shrink wrap the product, and you can actually mail it out right from the hotel itself. And we'll actually, obviously, many of us will be just sending it off to FBA, right to Amazon. But in some cases, for those of you who actually go this route of making your listing while you're there, you can also mail out the product right from there before you even leave the event. So you leave the event with the profits already in your account. So that's pretty unique. And Parrish, you were about to say something.
Yeah, I was going to say that as far as the listing the items before you get to the store, I mean, it's before you leave the store. Once again, it's real easy. We do these test lists all the time where we'll go into the store, we find an item, we'll do a test list from the Amazon seller app and then see if it goes. I mean, these are items that, they may not have that great ranking, but you're looking at it and thinking, you know what, this one, look, I believe this is going to be a winner even though the ranking's not up on it, or else it may be one of those items where, it's a hot and trendy movie that's out right now and everybody's running to see it. All you see that particular movie being plastered all over the TV screens, and then you go into a store and you find something related to that movie and you scan it and it comes up and the ranking's not that great. But you're thinking, hey, you know what, this is something that's applicable. It's something I want to take a shot with, but I don't want to buy a million of them. So you just do that test list. And that doing that test list is really, really important, especially for scouting products that are potentially winners. We've done that many times, and it definitely works.
And here's the cool thing. So I see there are some questions about, like, how do you do this part and how do you do that part? Well, I've never made a listing before. Listen, you don't need to worry about it. The whole idea of this event is you're going to come there, we're going to talk a little bit, we're going to give you guys some updates, we're going to welcome you and all that stuff, but we're actually going to have a whole team available to walk you through this stuff, to help you every step of the way. You don't need to buy any courses, you don't need to buy any special training. As long as you're at the event, you will actually get to do this live, see it live, ask people who are already making $10,000, $15,000 a month doing this, ask them all the questions you want, help them do it, basically have them help you do it live right while you are there. So any of the questions you have about the specifics of how does this happen and how does that happen, you don't need to worry about it at all. That will all be taken care of for you. That will all be covered while we're at the event. So it's basically one giant shopping party for everybody. You guys are going to make money while you are there. Hopefully you're going to make more money than you're going to spend in everything. And on top of that, you will also get a lot of additional training. You're going to get a lot of things covering the eBay side. You're going to get a lot of things covering the affiliate side and so on. And then we are going to actually be revealing one gigantic change. And I'll give you a giant clue. The clue is that it's all related to a shopping party. Okay, so there's a one magnificent change coming and one magnificent update coming in DSD that we've all been waiting for. It ties in with the 100 200,000 members. It ties in with the big shopping party that we're doing, and so on and so forth. And that's like a little surprise that will be covered while you're actually there. Okay, so let me actually walk you through some of the details of the event quick, because then we have a couple more updates to go over, and I want to get the event stuff taken care of quick. So all you need to do to get the details on this is go to mydsevent.com. Okay, I'm going to put it out here in a big way so it's very clear. Okay, so mydsevent.com. And when you go over here, you will see this page. You're going to watch this video if you want all the details on it. You can see the type of results other members have had. You can see the detailed itinerary of exactly what's going to happen. You know, on Friday at 7 p.m. we're going to go on our first shopping trip, and at the same time you can also network or ask questions if you don't want to go on that one. On Saturday we have additional stuff, and it just walks you through every single thing right here. You can see the location. It's the Marriott World Center, one of the largest hotels in the world, about 3 miles away from Disney World. A very, very cool little place, large place. It's not little at all. So you can actually go here and check it out, see what you think of the place, and then you can see the breakdown of what the regular ticket entails and the VIP ticket entails. So let's walk you guys through this quick. So like we mentioned, we're going to have hundreds of people that we're going to pay about $100 for the shopping trip. And we're obviously going to cover the cost of transportation. We'll cover the cost of a lot of the other things that go into setting this whole thing up. And let's walk through what happens with a regular ticket first. So if you are a regular ticket buyer, you will get all the trainings, and you obviously get to all the shopping trips, and we will give you a recording of the event and a recording of all the shopping trips as well. So let's say you went on one shopping trip, but you did not go on the other 3. You don't have to worry about it, because we actually have camera crews that are following the other shopping trips, and they will record the trips, and you will get to see exactly what happened there. You'll get the details and the breakdown of everything as well. You get to see what products were picked and why they were picked, and so on and so forth. Far more valuable than any course that you could ever buy about anything related to e-commerce, because you get to see this happening in real time, in the real world, and exactly what happens. Okay. We will also be releasing a product at the event called Niche Freedom. Okay, now Niche Freedom is basically a product where, as you know, one of the critical aspects of creating and succeeding in an e-commerce business is what are the niches, or what are the markets that you choose. Do they have demand there? How do you select a product? Parish was just referring to some of this. How do you choose a product and know that it's going to sell well? How do you choose a market that you know is going to do well? So we actually have a whole detailed training as well as live examples and real examples of niches we've already been using available for you guys to use. And VIP ticket and regular ticket holders are just going to get it pretty much for free. Okay, so it's going to be $299 when we release it to the general public. And that's actually another caveat. We'll explain how that's going to happen. But you'll be able to get it for free. Okay, so not a discount on it or anything like that. You just get it straight up because you are at the event. And then you get a $25 cash card for everybody else who gets a basic ticket, who is not a DSD member through you, and we'll show you how that happens. You will get a $25 cash card for it, and then of course you get direct consultation, QA, and networking with the top e-commerce people and the top affiliate marketing people, because we'll have both sets of people there. So you can go from table to table. We have a table set up for eBay specific questions. We have a table set up for Amazon related questions, Bonanza related questions. Then we have some other cool stuff that we're going to be covering there that we can't reveal quite yet. On the VIP ticket side, it gets really cool. So like I mentioned, we're going to give out $100 gift cards and $100 reimbursements for your shopping trips. And we're going to do that to 100 people every single day of the event. So of 3 days of the event, we're going to choose 100 random VIP members who are going to receive that $100 gift card or $100 shopping trip. Okay? You'll get to go and do that. We're going to give out more than just 300. I'll explain how the others will be given. You get unlimited usage of the shrink wrapping station and the shipping station over there. You will just go up there and you have 3 separate ones set up, so you can go and see how it's used. You can use it yourself, get a feel for it. And we will also have it available for those of you who really want to get it right away. One of the big problems with the shrink wrapping system is it's usually on back order. It's very hard to get from the manufacturer, and we're actually going to try and get it in larger quantities at much bigger discounts for you guys too. Same as the regular ticket, you will also get the niche freedom product, but you will also receive something called the product Rolodex, which is a collection of all the basically the Rolodex of products that we know do really well already. Okay, it's a collection of products that have made at least $10,000 in sales, so you can use those as your starting point immediately. So you can know the market and the niche where you should target, but also the specific individual products that are doing really well, and you will get that for free as well. And same as before, you get the recording of the event and the shopping trips and all of that. Anybody who gets a VIP ticket from you, whether if they're not a DSD member, you end up getting $50 cash card for them. And then we do something called the 3 shopping cart overviews. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up some shopping carts, and you know Nikki loves this stuff. And Nikki's going to go through the shopping carts and say, this is a good product, this is a bad product, here is why, here are the products you should bundle together, here are the products that you should not bundle together, and so on and so forth. That's going to hopefully get you guys very, very crystal clear on what sells, why it sells, how it sells, and so on and so forth. Okay, and how to mark the prices up. How do you know that this $1 thing will sell for $5, and how do you know this other $1 thing in a set of 3 will sell for $19.95? Right, so those kind of things will all be covered in this shopping cart overview. And then, of course, you get all this direct consultation and so on and so forth. Once you've read all the details, if this sounds kind of cool, kind of exciting, kind of fun, just click on this link. It'll show you all the details of the hotel. We have actually booked out a whole reserved area over here, and you will get a tremendous discount on signing up for this hotel over here. Actually, most likely you will not even be able to reserve a space unless you go through here. Letting you guys know upfront, we don't get any commission for this or anything like that. This is literally the cheapest way to get hotel accommodations at this hotel through this link right here. Okay, so we're giving you guys upfront warning. This is only available, I believe, until September 25th. This early bird pricing, you'll save a lot more money if you just get it upfront. So we don't make anything off of that. We're just letting you know as good Samaritans that are trying to help you out. Go ahead and fill out this form for the ticket, choose which ticket you want to purchase, and then right here it's going to ask you, are you a DS Domination member, yes or no? Okay, enter your username here. If you are an existing member, you're going to get the products for free, like we mentioned, Freedom and the product Rolodex. If you're not a DS Domination member, and this is how you want to guide somebody who you're inviting to the event who is not a member, you will have them select no and ask them to put your DSD username over here as a refer. So let's say that your username is Hitesh55 and I invite Kevin to the event, and Kevin is not a member. I'm going to tell him to fill this out and put Hitesh55 here. Okay. On the other hand, if Kevin was a DS Domination member, then he would put in his username here as his own. So he gets access to the free products and all this other fun stuff that we are doing there as well. Okay. So all the training at the event, all of the fun reveals at the event, the fun, cool stuff that we're going to put out there, as well as this massive shopping trip extravaganza, all of this is covered with the VIP ticket, and that's that. So far, does this sound a little bit better than a typical MLM event? Awesome. Once again, I love all the yeses. Okay, so here is how we're going to begin this thing. Okay, here's how the first 100 people are going to get their $100 off on this. Okay, so we're going to run a little contest right now. Okay, I'm going to make a little post on Facebook Live right now. If you're going to the event in Orlando, say yes and include your username below. Now here's what you need to do. Okay, the first 100 people who get their event ticket and then come over here and respond to this post with their username in there, the first 100 people are going to get the $100 gift cards. Okay, so that's our first set of 100 people who are going to get it. So just go ahead, get your ticket, and just comment over here and say, yep, I'm going to the event, and here is my ticket. Okay, so here is an example of how you might be able to structure a statement like that. You could say something like this. Just got my ticket for the DSD event in Orlando on October 30th with the username, whatever your username is, and then include something random, something like this is going to be awesome, or I'm really excited about this. Maybe include your results so far. One of the cool things that's going to happen is hopefully we'll be able to take over the internet as a whole and try and include maybe hashtag DSD event or hashtag DSD Orlando. Okay, this will also help us trend a little bit more with it and hopefully attract a lot more public attention for the DSD event in general. Okay, so try and do that when you include your things. The first 100 people who do that, who have the ticket, will get the $100 gift cards right out of the gate. Okay, now after that, don't worry if you miss it out. Obviously, a lot of people were not able to get on the webinar because it was packed out. We're going to choose another 100 random users who do this beyond the first 100. Okay, so the first 100 who have a ticket and have posted on Facebook are going to get it, and then an additional 100 random users are going to be selected from there. And then 300 more are going to be selected from the VIP ticket holders at the event itself. Okay, so that's 500 people that we're going to cover, and then there are going to be a few additional people who are going to get some fun stuff too, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But one cool thing that we're going to do at the end of the event is the 3 shrink wrapping stations that we have set up that people can use and so on. We will literally just auction them off at the end of the event to the VIP ticket holders. So if you're a VIP ticket holder, you'll be able to place a silent bid for the shrink wrapping stations, and we will just choose a random person and hand it to you guys. So you'll be able to you have the shot at also getting the entire shrink wrapping station to go home, to take home with you and just enjoy. So does that sound fairly exciting? That covers, I think, most of the stuff related to the event, and then we'll cover one more thing after this. Okay, and will there be a recording for non-attending ticket holders? Yes, absolutely. So if you do not attend, if you're not able to attend, that's fine. You will still get all of this stuff. You will still get the recordings. And you will still get the recording of the event. You will still get the discount off of niche freedom. You'll still get the product for free. And if you refer somebody who gets the ticket, and is whether they attend or not, you will still get the cash card, or it will be just added to your back office if you want it that way. You will still get that as well. Okay, so you do get all of this stuff even if you're not able to attend. We understand some people are not able to attend. You just will miss out on the massive party that we're going to hold there, on going out on the shopping parties. I'm not talking about a typical party. I mean, I'm not a very party kind of a guy anyway. That's more Kevin's background from his military days. But in general, this is going to be a really, really, really fun event. You're going to meet amazing people. You're going to make money together with amazing people. You're going to walk out hopefully very profitable, and you're going to learn a tremendous amount while being there. I mean, obviously you're going to learn a lot more from doing this than you will ever from any kind of training course or anything like that. So that covers a lot of the event stuff. So Kev, take it away.
Yeah, real quick. If you're not going to the event but you're getting a ticket and you to take advantage of all that stuff, and you are referring people that are going to the event, when you have somebody confirmed and you know they purchased a ticket, here's what I want you to do, because we want to take care of them if you're not going to be able to be there. Just hit the help desk and write in and say, let us know that you have somebody coming so that we can take care of them, right? Because we don't want them showing up and being lost and not knowing what to do. So if you do have somebody who pops in and is going to be coming to the event, then just make sure you let us know. That's all I ask. I really want to make sure that anyone that you send is taken care of, okay? That they get some personal attention, that they know, in your absence, they're taken care of. Does that sound cool?
Absolutely. That sounds amazing. So we just want to make sure everybody feels very welcome there and has people to talk with and connect with and so on. We know that's a very critical component of human existence in general. Now, the other thing that's going to happen at this event, and that actually ties in with this whole thing with niche freedom and other stuff related to it, is we are going to be releasing something in DSD. Don't worry, it's not a new product. It's not going to cost anything. It's actually the opposite. We're going to be releasing something called the DSD Marketplace. Okay, the Marketplace is actually going to house a lot of other new content, training materials, as well as physical products, future event stuff, things like that, all sorts of awesome stuff in there. It's something that's been in the works for a while. It's something we've worked very hard to put together and make very unique. And one of the first things, so not only are we going to be releasing niche freedom and product rollets on there, one of the other really cool things that we'll be making available at the event, and that will be one of our first marketplace products as well, is yet another platform that you can make a lot of money doing e-commerce with, okay? But we're not talking about making a $20 profit a day. We're talking about making $500 to $1,000 a day. But the key is you will be doing it without risking your account. You'll be getting paid within 3 days from there instead of like with Amazon and so on. And you will be doing it without actually selling any products at all. Okay, you're not going to be selling a product. You'll be giving stuff away, and that's going to generate a lot of money for you in profit. Okay. I can't give you more details than that, because if I do give you a lot more details, then it kind of ruins the surprise, and frankly that would be a very bad marketing technique for me to give away everything right now, and we're a month and a half away from the event, well, almost 2 months away. So right now what you need to understand is you're going to come to this event, you're going to absolutely explore your FBA side of things, and it does not matter if you're not a Genesis user. And when you get to the event, you will see why that is part of this tremendous new change. Just come to the event expecting a lot of fun, a lot of profits, and a lot of new information, and being at the forefront of these tremendous changes. Another thing that should kind of give you an idea of how well things are going. By the way, this is just a visual for those of you who are visual. This is Five Below. This is what you will be doing. You'll be clearing the shelves in your shopping cart, and then Nikki will be standing right here staring at your shopping cart and telling you what to do. So look forward to that. But one of the things yeah, so one of the things that's been tremendous is actually we just compiled some data which was tracking the average seller on eBay and the average seller on Amazon compared to DSD members. And it looks something like this. We tracked it all the way from August 2013 to August 2015. And it looks something like this. So you have Amazon that looks something like this, okay, which charts really well because Amazon has seen some pretty good growth. And then you have eBay that looks something like this. The average user, their income on eBay has gone up, but not as insanely as Amazon. We all know Amazon has really exploded recently. Now here are the DSD members. Okay, so the DSD members who have been actually selling on Amazon and eBay, their income has actually seen this. So compared to the average seller on eBay and the average seller on Amazon, DSD members are doing incredibly well. And that makes sense, right? Because as opposed to the average user, you have somebody guiding you, you have tools and everything else to use to help scale your business up. And that's very, very exciting to see. Our aim is to have this chart look something like this, okay, where you can't even compare on where you guys are compared to everyone else. So that's our aim. We're going to get you every platform possible. We want you on every platform. We want you making money from every platform. And we want you to be the dominant sellers on Amazon and the dominant sellers on eBay. So that's what this whole event is about. The singular goal of this event is to make you guys absolutely take over the e-commerce side of things in many different ways, from free products, from multiple platforms, from actually generating massive, like 600–700% ROIs on these products and so on and so forth. And then of course, we also want to see the same thing on our affiliate side, right? I mean, our affiliate side is kind of the red hair stepchild, which we don't talk about most of the time. And we really need to, because you know what is the one thing that actually grows the company is the affiliate side. So let me ask a very straightforward question. Who here would be in DSD without an affiliate? I mean, nobody would have joined this company if it wasn't for one of our affiliates who introduced you to the company, right? So that's a very critical component as well. And we will be addressing this very critical component as well in a very remarkable way. And some of you, some very few leaders already have been introduced to some of the stuff. And so far, they've had pretty amazing responses to it. So we're looking forward to releasing all of these things in the due time. So look forward to the marketplace, look forward to a big giant shopping party where you make tons of money, you have lots of fun, and so on and so forth. And of course, look forward to meeting us there, and we look forward to meeting you there, and just being able to thank you guys for what you have made DSD. Because DSD is what it is because we have incredible customers who really take action and make solid income. Anybody in DSD who's actually taking action and following through and has done it for 6 months consistently. Okay, we're not talking about somebody joined dry, but anybody who puts in effort for 6 months, by and large, those users have a tremendous business running right now. They have a tremendous opportunity, and we get notifications from people all the time who have basically transformed their lives. They're paying off debt, they're doing all this great stuff, and it's very encouraging to us. That's what helps us keep going. That's what helps Kevin get up every morning, even facing earthquakes in Japan and having to deal with the smell of fresh fish all the time. He still can make it through life because of you all.
Yes.
So this is very exciting for us. Make sure you go to my DS event, get all the details on it, decide if this makes sense for you or not, and let's get you guys very, very successful from it. You will notice that every time we have an event, I say, I don't really know about events, they're kind of this emotional thing. People get there and they just chatter and talk and they try to encourage each other, and then people walk away with buyer's remorse 4 days later. That's how I've always felt about it. This time around, I don't really feel that way because I actually feel there's very, very real strong value here on just what you're getting, what you're actually going to see happen, what you're going to learn, what you're going to do, and hopefully you're going to be more profitable. You hopefully make more money at the event than you will spend on the ticket itself. So I don't think anybody else can say that, no matter how motivational they are about their speeches. And that's why I'm pretty excited about this particular event. And you can probably tell that because I've been cutting Kevin off the whole evening and not let him talk. So Kevin, please go ahead and
it's hard. It's hard to kind of contain the excitement for this. And one of the regrets that I personally had at the last event was, there was a lot of stage time and there was a lot of stuff happening on the stage, which was amazing. But I didn't get enough time. I felt like when we left, I didn't have enough time to get out and meet my DS family. I always felt rushed in that aspect. And one of the things I love about this event is that Hitesh and I there's a lot less stage time where we're doing stuff up there, and there's a lot more time where we're doing stuff with you, one-on-one, getting able to dig into your business and see what you're doing right now, what's working for you, what's not, any hurdles you have. Let's get over those. And we can do that in a more one-on-one fashion than we ever could at the last event and the event before that, right? So that to me is one of the best parts of doing this, is that I get to really be out there and meeting and talking and seeing what's happening in your business and how we can help you. And so for me, that's what this is all about. And we take that to the nth degree because our leaders are out there as well doing the same thing, and they're helping you actually do the activities that are going to drive profits in your business right there. And then you get to leave with that skill. When you go back, the event doesn't end because you left the event. The information that you gain there, the hands-on experience alone, is going to be worth tens and if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to our members down the road. And that is exciting to me. So this is where I'm coming from, and this is what I want to see. I want to focus on helping.
Well, Kev, you will definitely get to do that because I want to show you guys something. Okay, I want to really show you guys something. This is kind of outrageous to me. I did not expect this whatsoever. Here's what's happened. I just posted this 13 minutes ago. In 13 minutes, we have had 588 people already respond with their tickets and with their names on here. So I'm assuming, maybe 500 of them are saying, yes, I got my ticket and everything else. And then there are more people who have commented on the page itself. So yeah, this is pretty insane. We're definitely looking forward to meeting everybody and making sure that this is an incredible event for everyone. I want everybody to understand this though. I really want you guys to write this down, put it on on a post-it or something like that. Make sure you get your hotel reservation done early because you have a tremendous discount on it. It's dirt cheap. You're not going to find that kind of a price on hotels.com or anything else. We've already checked, and we went to a lot of effort to make sure that happened. So make sure you reserve your hotel space early. I want to make sure everybody gets it before the 25th of September. We don't want anybody to have to miss out on it or wait on it. So it looks like about 600 people have already done that. Clearly, this is what our users have wanted. Clearly, this is what our users needed because this is what we heard on the support desk many times. Anytime we would run into people from DSD, that's what they would say. Can you make sure that you can do something like this live? I want to see somebody make a listing live. I want to see somebody make sales live. I want to see somebody buy these products and see why they bought what they bought. So this is exactly what you guys wanted, and it looks like we are responding and you guys are responding, and this is absolutely amazing. What do you think of that, Kevin? 594 so far.
No, I think it's great, and I'm always continuously surprised by our members and how awesome they are. And you know, to be honest, Hitesh and I talk about this all the time. You know, the lives that we have and the job that we have the perfect job because we get to work with people that are motivated. They want to change their life. They want to build their business, and they continuously if you were at the last event, you heard me say this, and I've said this many times. They always shock us. They always shock us with how awesome our members are. I would not trade our membership and our family for any other family out there. This group of people inside of DS Domination. There's something special here. And I don't know if we did something right or if we just got lucky, but we have people in here that continuously believe in themselves. They believe in the company. They believe in what they're doing, and they're profiting for it. And it's awe-inspiring for us on a daily basis. I get to wake up to the perfect job. I get to wake up to see members in DS Domination doing things that that blow away any other company. So, you know, for me, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being on this webinar. Thanks for being inside of DS Domination. And I am super excited to be able to meet all of you without the constraints of literally having to be in the back of the stage or up on the stage. I want to be out and I want to be in the mix with what's happening at this event so I can hear the personal stories, because that is what we walk away from events with, is you know, the impact that our members make on us. So,
while we're having these shopping trips, remember, for those of you who do not go on a shopping trip during that time, that whole time, we really wanted that. We will basically have that time available. We're just going to hang out there with you guys that whole time. So you get to ask any questions you have, give us any suggestions you have, ideas you have. You know, if you have any problems, you can go to Kevin. If you want to thank somebody, you can come to me. There's all sorts of good stuff.
Yes.
But no, this is so exciting from many different angles. This really, in many ways, it really vindicates what we have done, because we have over and over, and we sometimes regret it, right? We are human beings. We sometimes regret because we have many times made decisions where we were like, you know what, this is going to benefit our members. It's going to harm us in some ways. It's going to lower our pay a little bit, but we have made those decisions many times. And sometimes it's resulted in bad things, sometimes it's resulted in good things, but overall, when we see responsiveness like this, when we see our users actually taking action, when we see their thankfulness and their desire to actually change their lives, it just is incredible. It really vindicates the fact that we did make choices where it was hard on us, but it really worked out. It just did. So this is really, really great. And I'm saying that also from a very personal perspective, because for 2 years now, we've been in a place that has made it very difficult, and I had to constantly make a choice. You know, do I continue giving up sleep and doing this, or do we go a different route? And there have been a lot of members who have been very encouraging on the sides, and there were actually people that I met at the event last time who really made me reconsider being so private about things, because there were people who came on, they were like, you know, if you mentioned some things about your life, and that really changed something for me and really prevented me from doing something horrible, for example. So that's, I mean, for me, I don't know if we have changed people's lives more, or these people have changed our lives more, and that's really the way I feel about the whole thing. So it's really been incredible, and we are very excited about this. We're going to see you guys there, and we're going to do everything we can to make you guys really, really, really successful in every way we can. So, all right. Let's pause, take a breath, and let's go through this quick. Do you guys have any questions about anything so far? Are there any questions about anything that is not clear to you and so on? Okay, will this webinar be recorded and published? Yes, this webinar is being recorded and it will be published. It will be in the back office, so you guys will be able to access it for those who weren't able to get on in time. Okay. which ticket do I purchase? If I'm unable to go, you can purchase either one. I mean, there are obvious benefits to the VIP one. I mean, obviously it's more beneficial there, but you have to make a choice depending on your budget and what you'll be able to do. You can read the whole breakdown right here on what you get with each. And are the gift cards just for shopping? No, you can actually use that money for whatever you want. So there are two categories of it. It's shopping reimbursement, or you have basically cash cards and you can use them. If you're an affiliate in DSD, you can even ask us to put that money in your approved balance, and we can do that for you as well. Marriott says the event is from October 27th to November 3rd, but you said October 3rd. Yes, so the Marriott is going to tell you that we have that space to ourselves during that time frame. The actual days of the event, the actual days of the shopping trips and so on are October 30th through November 1st. But they expect that our members will kind of be taking over the place from October 27th onward. Is Kevin still taller than Hitesh? Now, here's the thing. This is a question by Larry Johnson. So this gives me a very beautiful inroad into some of the things I like talking about. Now, as you know that I studied medicine and biotechnology and biology as a relation to it. So let me tell you something interesting.
Is this really what we're talking about on the webinar?
This is the question being asked on the webinar, okay? Good customer service requires that I answer these questions.
Oh, fair enough.
So we had we discovered that human beings tend to not grow significantly taller beyond the age of 24. Now earlier that idea used to be 21, but it's really 24. And for those of us who have actually stayed awake for enough hours to be 55, like I have, we don't really grow taller over time. So Kevin is probably still taller than me. We could probably change that by the time of the event. I don't know how, but we might be able to do something about it.
But you can do it.
Yeah. You're like, what, an inch taller than me?
Yeah, but I'll start. You're good.
Yeah, and he'll start shrinking way before me. He's much older than me too. So at some point in time, I'll be able to say that I'm the taller one. So, all right. The surprise program that Hitesh mentioned, is it for a different platform from other than eBay and Amazon? Yes, it is not related to eBay and Amazon or Bonanza. This is a fourth platform, different from all of them. This will be put out there. Can I bring my son who is 15 years old? Yes, you can bring your son who is 15. It's actually a good idea to take him on shopping trips and help him see stuff. Lifts in your shoes will make you taller. Now that's what a typical MLMer would do, which would be deceive people by changing the outside appearance. But I don't believe in that, so I will not be putting any lifts in my shoes. I'm not really insecure about my height. I'm still 6'1", but he's just taller from military and whatnot. So
from the military and whatnot. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to work out. You did a lot of pull-ups and stuff. That helps a little bit. What is Niche Freedom, the $299 product for $0? So Niche Freedom is a product that we'll be releasing in our marketplace as well, which is essentially going to walk you through how to choose the right market and the right niche so you are very successful. You know how to choose a particular market where you'll have a lot of buyers and you'll have a lot of profit margins and so on. And that product is available to you for free. So if you get the regular ticket, whether you attend it or not, you get this $299 discount on it, even if you're not paying $299. You basically get this for free because your event ticket will be applied towards this. Is everybody getting free Genesis training? No, you're not going to get free Genesis training. This is only going to cover only one thing, which is shopping locally, to send products in, to make quick profits. Now what comes after that, which is growing that business and actually taking those products and then really building a whole business around it, which the true Genesis stuff covers, that's not going to be covered from this itself. Okay, that's for Genesis members. Obviously, we're not going to have Genesis as a whole being released and shared with everyone. You were talking about selling through you. That is a whole other thing. We're not going to talk about that, but that's a nice little bonus stuff that we will discuss later. Do we still get niche freedom and product Rolodex if we are unable to attend? Yes, you still get those products if you're unable to attend. You still get all the recordings, you still get all the stuff. The only thing you miss, which is a very significant thing, is getting to do it with your own two hands and getting to meet people and getting to actually learn from people directly, getting to have consultations with them and so on. Will the niche freedom be a US? No, you can actually use niche freedom stuff that you're going to learn. You can use that anywhere in the whole world. And you can use it across multiple things. You can actually use it in the digital product space, in physical product space, in drop shipping space. It'll apply to all of that stuff. Will we be able to get commissions from these products? Yes, you will. And we will show you how that's going to happen. Is this event for all DSD members, not just Amazon sellers? Absolutely. This is for all DS Domination members. You do not have to be just an Amazon seller. In fact, we're also going to cover some other stuff while we are there about how to make more money. Even if you're not able to sell on Amazon, we will still give you some things that you can do over there. Is it like niche genetics? I'm not sure what niche genetics is, so maybe or maybe not. I have no idea. When the new 100,000 members campaign start? It will start from this event. Okay, from this event onwards. Is the product Rolodex only for VIP tickets? Correct. Product Rolodex is for VIP members, and then just niche freedom itself is for regular tickets. Can you continue answering some questions too, Kev? I'm actually writing out some answers to people.
Yeah, one of those questions I really want to back up to where this event isn't just for DS Domination members. Again, this is a very critical point. This is for people who are in DS Domination or who are not in DS Domination. Feel free to bring a guest. In fact, we highly, highly encourage it, and that's why you're going to get another $50 cash card for every VIP ticket that is purchased from someone who's outside of DS Domination. And yes, you'll be able to ship things out straight from the hotel. That's kind of the idea of, we'll have the shrink wrap station. You'll be able to box stuff up and ship stuff out right there. So if you're coming in from a distant location and you go kind of crazy and buy a bunch of stuff that you know is going to sell and make you profitable, you can indeed ship right there from the hotel. There's no need to take anything back with you. Everything's done right there.
Okay, I'm sorry, I've been just answering questions.
Yep, I'm going through some of them too.
Yeah, what is the product Rolodex? The product Rolodex is, let's say it's the more specific thing beyond niche freedom. So let's talk about in general opening a business. Okay, so let's say you're about to open a business and you say, I'm going to open a business in Houston. What should I do? The first thing you will do is you'll study the demographics and you will see what exactly are people in Houston looking for. You will find that Houstonians in Texas tend to eat out more than every other city. I think it's the number 2 in the world for people who eat out, who eat at different restaurants and stuff. So you would say, yeah, you know what, looks like opening a restaurant would be a very good business idea in Houston. That's your market. Okay, now the next step from the market is your niche. The niche specifically is, now you say, well, what type of cuisine would sell really well? Should we have a buffet style, or should we have this style or that style? All of those specifics are what we call your niche. Okay, that's your niche. Now the next step beyond that is your specific product, because you're going to then try and figure out what specific individual dishes that do really well, what will give me the highest profit margin, what can I cook and prepare for $3 and sell for $12, and what location should I put the store in where I'll get the maximum number of users and the best return. All of those things go specifically into the product part of it. So niche freedom as a product focuses on, here is a good market and then here is a good niche. Product Rolodex takes it a step further and shows you the specific good product. Okay, so that's the breakdown of what niche freedom and product Rolodex do for you. And I think it's, to me, that's one of the most basic things. It's very interesting to me because I have seen people who will make listings and then they come back and say, how come I didn't sell any of this? And when I look at those, I'm like, but you are trying to sell stuff that nobody wants, right? I mean, you should be trying to sell stuff that other people are interested in buying. For example, if you're trying to sell something artsy that's going to appeal to somebody with a more eccentric, idea of art, you're going to have a harder time usually if you're trying to do bulk marketing. So that's one of the things that I would say, well, you shouldn't be really selling this. Go find something that everybody wants. Sell some kind of a baby toy that helps with their development. People want that stuff. So that's one of the reasons. Is the Rolodex something you mail to our house, or is it digital? It's a digital product. It'll be in your back office. You'll be able to access it, and you'll be able to use it right off of your back office.
Beautiful. So I got a question. Is there any additional fee for using the shrink wrap? If you're at the VIP level, you can use it as much as you want. And we will have 3 of them there, and they will be auctioned off. So 3 members will be able to walk away with them, right? We'll send them to you. We'll ship them to you if they get them from the auction. So. And I have another question. How much product will we be buying at the event? Give us a ballpark figure. This is hard to say because you might find an item that sells that you're buying for $1 and sells on Amazon for $10.95, right? And so you might buy 50 of them, but you also might be somebody who got a gift card, a $100 gift card, and in which case you just made a lot of money for going shopping, right? So it depends on what products you source while you're there, but there will be several trips going, and you guys will be able to. I mean, we're pretty confident, looking at what we did last time, that a lot of you, the vast majority of you, will be very profitable. There will be some of you as well who go and say, I just want to learn this stuff. I'm not actually going to ship anything. I just want to be a fly on the wall and ask questions and get answers, and that's fine too. It's all up to you. But this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, and one important thing, in case you have an issue or something happens, for example, if you are overseas and you're coming in, and I just saw this question. So you're in the UK, for example, and you are looking for, and you see that the state doesn't apply, and you're having a difficult time registering or anything like that, please use this email address right here. Okay, this is a special email address that is specifically for event issues. They are very, very quick. They're monitored right away. You should have a resolution within 24 hours. And we've used them for a very long time, and they do extremely well. And you know what? Here's an interesting tidbit. So last time we did an event, and when you do an event like this, you use somebody called an event coordinator. It's people whose job is to run these events. They run these events for other MLM companies and stuff like that. So the guys who hold our events and help put all of this stuff together for us are veterans. They've done this for 20 years plus. This last time at the event when we did these shopping trips, these guys were so impressed they couldn't believe it because they have never seen anything like it. They actually literally joined DSD themselves so that their kids could start doing this stuff. And it's one of the greatest vindications of the model that you can see, because here are people who have seen every MLM in the world. They probably held events for everyone. They've done videos for everyone and whatnot. And in the end, they come to us and go, we've never seen anything like this. This is what we want our kids to be doing. And now they actually have the kids in the company. So that's pretty cool for that to have happened.
Yeah, and one of our video guys actually at the event, he joined as well, Hitesh. There was a few. It wasn't just like one person decided to join. They were all like, "This is amazing. We've never seen anything like this. We've seen everything under the sun."
There's another question too, which was, do I need to be an affiliate to invite somebody to the event? And no, you don't. You can invite anybody to the event, even if you're not an affiliate. And here is how we know whether or not, who referred them, whether or not you referred them. When they fill out this ticket purchase form, it's going to ask them, are you a DS Domination member? This is a required field. As you can see, it's very clear. It's in an outline box, so it sticks out. And they're going to say, no, I'm not a DS Domination member. And then it's going to ask, what is the referrer of your ticket? I mean, who is inviting you to DS Domination? And make sure that you put your username in this location. So if your username is Sherry Brown, make sure that you ask them to put that right here. And now we will know that this person who bought this ticket was referred by Sherry Brown. So when they come to the event, and when you come to the event, you log in and we look at you on the list and we say, oh, Sherry, by the way, you referred John, who is also coming to the event. Here is $25 or here is $50 for having referred them in form of a cash card. How many people can I invite to the event? Unlimited. Invite 1,000 people to the event. That's fine, and you'll still get paid for them. In fact, this is probably one of the greatest affiliate opportunity that has existed because this is such an incredible event. It is so close to Disney World. It's like 3 miles from Disney World. It's one of the largest hotels in the world. You have a tremendous discount happening, and you have this incredible concept, this model of let's go shopping and make money, which just doesn't happen. So when you have all of these things combined, this actually might be your strongest affiliate promotion ever. Because if you can bring in people who are not DS Domination members to the event and have them go with you, there is no upper limit on this. If you have 500 people you invite who buy the VIP tickets, that's $25,000 that you get, and in my opinion, that's a very, very strong incentive for you to bring non-DSD members to the event. Here's another side benefit of this. When these non-DSD people come to the event and they see that what we have is so real and so legitimate and it's not, something crazy, and hopefully not a cult. We'll make sure Kevin doesn't get to talk too much so they don't think it's a cult. And they actually go and make money live. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to say, hey, thanks for inviting me to this event. I'm joining DSD as well. So you'll also have a lot of people joining you in DSD from this whole thing. So, it's kind of common sense that it would work out like that. Jerry's question is, how big are the stores? Quite honestly, up until this webinar, I was convinced that the stores were big enough. Now I'm going, will the stores be big enough? Because we already have more tickets sold, I think, than we sold in the first month previously. But that's one of the reasons why we broke this up into 4 separate trips. Even if we have 3,000 people there, by breaking it up into separate trips, we'll be able to make sure that they're equitably distributed across the whole thing, and we don't run into any issues with overcrowding of the store. Are the tickets limited? No, the tickets are not limited. This hotel is pretty large. It can handle it. They better be able to handle it.
And we are providing transportation too. I've seen that question twice. We are providing transportation. So you're flying in. And here's the thing. If you don't know anything about this, and let's say you weren't in DS Domination, had no idea about the stuff that we do here, and you came to this, you were going to the event because somebody else invited you, you got a ticket, you went, you didn't know anything about e-commerce, that's okay. They're going to get spun up from step A to Z, and then they're going to go get to do it hands-on. They don't need to have any prior experience, knowledge, or anything about this stuff to make money on this trip. So I'm toss that out there.
Yeah, and Dina is asking, this hotel is bigger than the one in Dallas. That hotel was a town in itself. Yes, it was, and this one is bigger than that one. In fact, from what I remember, I believe there is a mall within this hotel itself. It's very, very, very large, which works to our benefit because that's what we are trying to do. We're trying to take over. Okay, I live about an hour from the event. Awesome. We look forward to seeing you there along with all of your neighbors since they can clearly drive. Let's see. What if you do some shopping along the way to Orlando? Can we still use the shrink wrap machine? Absolutely. Yes, as long as you are a VIP ticket holder, you can come in and you can use those shrink wrapping stations. Hotel discount ends September 25. Okay, so the hotel discount, there is a tremendous discount until September 25, which is the early bird registration discount. We don't control that. The hotel controls that, and we keep talking to them about trying to get the best deal and trying to increase the time period for it. But it's 25th of September. If you register and reserve a room before the 25th of September, you get a tremendous price on it. It's ridiculous how cheap it is. If you go past September 25, you still get a priority pricing for being a DSD member. Okay, you still get a cheaper price, but it might not be as good. So I'm just letting you know that the best price you're going to get is before September 25th. You're still going to get a pretty good price after that, but let's try and get it before then.
Tesh, there's a lot of members here on this call that are saying, hey, I'm from Florida, this is 10 minutes away. And so this is going to be very exciting to see a lot of folks, we're right in their backyard. for this event, and they can bring people. You know, the last time we didn't really have that option, right? So pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, there are also, for those of you wondering, you know, what if I'm coming with more people, can I combine this with other people? There are some hotel upgrades available as well that are also very, very cheap. So I see some questions about that. So let me clarify this. I believe, if I remember right, your rate is, I think, 119 a night, which, as you can imagine, at this stature of a hotel is ridiculously cheap. But at the same time, there are some upgrades that you can apply, so you can get a much better room and so on for you know, and for very, very cheap prices. So you can actually combine with other people who are going and stuff like that to really get this taken care of. And you might need to call in for those, because those upgrades will not be available on the site. You might need to call in and say, hey, I'm coming with DSD and this is what's happening. We have 4 people. We want a bigger room and so on, and just see what's available. Like I said, I don't think the average person right now can even get a room at this hotel, because between our block and 2 other blocks and the popularity of the hotel itself, pretty much everything is taken. All right, so let's answer like 5 more questions since we've been on here for more than an hour, and then we need to put this recording up, and there are people waiting for more information. So let's go ahead and get that. What about if you're not cash your ticket, please repeat contest information. What about international attendees? International attendees get treated the exact same way. You come over, you come to the event. Now here's what might happen. If you're applying for a visa to come, they might actually ask you to get a letter from the company that's inviting you to the event. In that case, just open a help desk ticket and we will get you a letter of recommendation saying, yes, this person is coming to our event, so that you can get a visa for it.
And yes, this could be a business expense. I would talk to a CPA, but most definitely.
Yes.
And someone's asking, hey, can we do this without an eBay account? This is all going to be done on Amazon's side of the house. So your eBay account will not be required.
Yeah, and you can actually do this on eBay at the same time. Remember, when you have products, you can double dip. You can take a product, send it to Amazon, list it on Amazon, and then take your listing that you just made on Amazon and copy that over and list it on eBay at an even more marked up price if you want. And then that way you're actually driving double your sales. You're driving sales on both sides. So somebody buys it from eBay and you can actually go into Amazon and place the order on your own Amazon, so that you can do that whole thing too if you want to boost your rankings in other places. So you have plenty of options to do it in many different ways. Even if you're not selling on Amazon right now, this will be a tremendous opportunity for you to come and see what you can do even without Amazon, because we will be covering that too. I cannot see your post about this event on the Freedom Success Network page. Nope, you're looking at the wrong place. Just go to my actual Facebook profile. So just look for Hitesh Juneja. This is the URL. Okay, we just put this URL here. This is for the event. I'm going to drop this here.
And while you're on there too, just click on the once you make your comment, click on Hitesh's name and follow him for us. We want to make sure that you're following all this stuff. So any kind of updates that he pushes out or I push out, we'll get to you guys on Facebook as well.
Yeah. And we mean this in a digital sense, please, when we're talking about all the following stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So just click on here. You'll come over here and you will see this. Lots of people are also posting on here. So you're looking for this specific contest ticket, but this will count too if you're posting on there as well. So we look forward to really meeting all of you guys.
And I had a couple questions, people saying, hey, is it required that I move up to Genesis before this event? No, it's not. Nope. It's not at all. Nope. You won't.
In fact, you know what? Let me put it in a different way. If you do not have Genesis right now, don't buy it just for this event. Okay? Just don't do it because you'll be surprised, and we want you to be surprised. So just come to this event, even if you don't have Genesis right now. Don't worry about getting Genesis before you come to this, because you'll just be pleasantly surprised and happy about it, okay? Nothing is required. No monopoly is required. In fact, like we said, even if you're not a DS Domination member, you can still come to the event and still make money from it. So you do not need any specific product in DSD to be able to do this. In fact, you can come to the event, see everything available, learn everything that's available, and then you can make a choice on what do I need to get to make this as good as possible. Okay. Do you think we will need more than 3 shrink wrap stations? We don't think we will. If we feel like we're going to need more than that based on the ticket sales, then we can obviously increase that to more than just 3. But we do want to make sure, we'll make sure that there's plenty for everybody. So we are not really too concerned about that. That's very easy for us to scale up.
And people will have access to those for a longer amount of time. Yeah. Yes. It's not like we're going to lock the doors and you can't use the shrink wrap station or anything. You know, during you know, most hours. So it'll be good. You'll have plenty of time.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, so we'll answer like 3 final questions. I said like 2 final questions 10 questions ago, so this is truly 3 final questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll address this one first. Okay, this is from Blair. The question is, on the heels of Hitesh's September 1 post, I would love to see a list of pitfalls of the DSD1 training versus improvements in DSD2 training, specifically regarding Amazon account protection, etc. Beautiful question, very, very valid question, especially since we're talking about FBA kind of stuff. So the post that you're referring to was basically a person who wrote in, they were in DSD, they were active, and then they dropped out because they were getting very concerned with their Amazon account and so on. And after seeing all the DSD2 stuff being rolled out, they rejoined, and then in this last week, I think there was something at like $6,000, if I remember right, $6,000 or something like that in total sales between eBay and Amazon. So let's talk about the improvements that we have made in DSD2 in general. First of all, the biggest difference in training itself is that our training is now not a static entity. Okay, this training is actually based on people who are doing it live right now. Okay, so people who are doing it live right now, and they're constantly updating it. So whenever there is a change on the Amazon side or the eBay side, it gets updated in real time. In fact, you know, one of the people you just heard from was Nikki, and I think Nikki is still around. So maybe Nikki, if you can unmute yourself, and if you are available. What happens now is whenever there's a change on the training side, these guys will update the training immediately, and at the same time, they're able to detect what is working really well right now, what is doing really well right now. And because of all the changes, and sometimes Amazon is emotional or hormonal, whatever, we basically are able to react to them very quickly, and our members are happy. Like I said, you know, if you look at our chart, if you looked at our graph of our members' results, the last 3 months, their results have actually exploded at an insane level. That's really, really critical. So, Nikki, would you like to talk a little bit about that and explain from your perspective some of the differences between the old training and the new training?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, probably the biggest change is that, I mean, you know, like you said, things can be updated at a moment's notice. You know, well, not necessarily as long as it takes to do a video and, you know, get it uploaded, of course. But, you know, even without that, you know, the addition of our additional groups for all of the different, you know, product levels, you're able to get information to a select group of people a whole lot quicker. If there are any changes or modifications that come through, of course, like you said, Amazon is extremely hormonal. Things go, I mean, things just change, you know, rapidly. You know, we're able to address it and get the videos corrected. or even if not corrected, immediately we can let the membership know ASAP. And that's something that we didn't have before. Before, you kind of had the training videos and they were what they were, and that was pretty much it. You could hope for a webinar here and there, but now, with the training that we have in the back office, and then plus the addition of, like, say for instance, the Monopoly and Genesis webinars that we have every other week, in addition to, of course, the Pro and Elite webinars, you're getting a lot more current information out to our members rapidly, so people are able to implement these changes, see things in a real-time environment, actually see screenshots, at times even get onto, the trainers' accounts and actually see what's moving, how to move them, how to make improvements. I mean, it's just a vast improvement. I think they left me here by myself.
We didn't. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's great the direction that we've gone, and it is really cool that when there's a change being made on any level, we can just have that video recut and get back there and make sure our members have the best training possible. So pretty cool. Yeah, love it.
Yep. And this actually really also speaks to the idea of why do people get their accounts shut down, what can they do to avoid it. If you just follow the training anymore, you will not be having those problems as much as you had in the past, in part because the training now is very, very focused on making sure that you do your business safely, right? There are things that you can do in there. In fact, there is one of the other bonuses that we're going to be releasing at the event itself is a tremendous way to safeguard your entire Amazon business. Okay, that's another little fun surprise that you're going to see over there. But in general, there are some basic things you can do to prevent account shutdowns. Keep track of sales velocity issues. When you start selling products very, very quickly, make sure you're not selling unlicensed products. Don't sell brand name items that you do not have permission to sell. Some basic things like that. And again, we're going to have all of this information in a very personalized way available to you, because you'll be able to walk up to, let's say, the Amazon FBA desk, and you will have these celebrities sitting there. And you'll go up to them and you'll say, oh, all powerful Miss Witherspoon, how do we prevent this issue? Because I tried to sell this product, and you look at your account and say, oh, you shouldn't be selling this kind of stuff, and that can cause problems for you, and so on and so forth. So it's really, really, really designed to be a customer-centric event to make sure you're making money and you're doing it safely. Okay. Will the bonuses be available in our back office once we register? Yes, after the event, because a lot of these bonuses are going to be released at the event and will happen at the event, so we will be putting those out there for you then. Okay, so one last question. Pick a question, Kevin. Pick a question. Somebody asked, is this the place to ask questions? All right, yes it is, and that was our last question. So, no, sorry. Kevin, go ahead. What's the last question?
Someone asks, say, is it good to have people listing on Amazon without going through the proper training? They're going to get all the training there at the event to do this, right? We're not just people aren't going to show up and then immediately hop on a bus and go away to an event and go start shopping without knowing what to do. There's going to be activities beforehand that are going to get everybody up to speed at the event. Plus, if you're in a situation where you don't know something, you can just turn to your left or turn to your right and ask a question. So this is, again, we're designing this in a way that anybody, if they've never done this before, if they're not in DS, they don't know what a DS Domination is, can come and do this.
Yeah. And actually, let's answer this last question. People asking, where do we find the last convention videos, and where would be the videos from this one located? They're right here in your members area. If you go in your members area, you will see right here under training, event recording, and VIP event recording. This contains the videos for the previous event are right here, and the VIP event recording page contains all the bonuses for the VIP members on there. So you have access right there for these things. Don't need to worry about it whatsoever. Will they be teaching on finding products not sold by Amazon and also good seller ratings? Absolutely. Really, anything you can imagine, anything you can think of, will be covered here, because it's not just a static product. This is a live thing, and even if you ask a question that we might not know the answer to immediately, we will find the answer for you while at the event, because they're literally going to be some of the top sellers on Amazon at the event right there. Okay, so you really don't have to worry about it. Will we still be coming out about with the Amazon automation? This is the last question, guys. Okay, maybe one more after this. Are we still coming out with Amazon automation? Absolutely. In fact, the Amazon automation is right here. You can see. You can go to Amazon settings. You can fill that page out, and now it will be integrated to your Amazon account. There's more training coming on exactly how you will use that and what you will do with it. And if you go to the auto order settings, you can set up your Amazon account in here for your automated ordering off of Amazon, so you can do that already as well. So these two components of Amazon automation are already done and already functioning. So make sure you do this. Just connect your accounts in here, and you should be good to go. Okay, and there's obviously a lot more coming, but remember one of the things that we said at the last event, we really have to learn to conduct ourselves in a manner worthy of a large company. We are not a little podunk JD Zoo product or something like that, where it's like, oh look, let's make this little update, because even if you mess up, it might affect 200 people, right? That's not the situation here. If we mess up, if we do something that is not correct, if we do something that has not been tested out and not been scaled properly, we're talking about 20,000 people's accounts being attacked, or 50,000 people's accounts getting in some kind of a stage where they're being looked at and so on. So we do it very carefully, we release it very carefully, and that's why you have to do it very carefully as well. So we release this stuff out there, and then you will notice some of these things we don't make a lot of noise about. We will let our members know, we will tell our members, maybe a couple thousand of them, hey look, we put this thing out there, go ahead and start testing it and start using it. And people start using that, and then we make refinements to it, and then when it's ready for the big time, that's when we really talk a whole lot more about it. So a lot of the things that we mentioned, like Amazon automation, Bonanza automation, things like that, they're done, they're built, and they're in test mode where we have them all be tested right now. But we're very cautious about not throwing it out there suddenly and then trying to backpedal and trying to fix things on the fly. We have done that in the past before because there was a necessity to do those things, and we really don't like doing that. So we try not to do that if we can avoid it. All right, and then one last question.
All right, and then we got to wrap it up.
We can get this
recording out to everybody.
Yep, last question. Kevin, pick one.
All right, let's go with Genesis
Vendor
Groups.
search.
So, okay, go ahead. Vendor search.
All right. Well, Bruce had asked this before. I remember Bruce had asked before, what about vendor search? Well, what I just mentioned about the marketplace that we're going to be releasing, that's one of the things in there. Okay, so vendor search is very directly related to the marketplace that I mentioned, and it will be revealed and disclosed and detailed far more when we're at the event. Okay, so everything that we mentioned that we were going to do, that we mentioned at the last event, we have done or will be done before this upcoming event. Okay, and then that's it. So let's get this webinar recording out there, because you have thousands of more people waiting to see it. So let's actually get this out there. All of you who already are set up with your tickets and everything else, we will see you at the event, and we are very excited about it.